Hey everyone, welcome to my magic studio. It is Monday, July 6th, and is it? Yes, it is. Oh my God. It's that week. It's that kind of week already. Oh my God. Yes, it's Monday, July 6th. And I am going to do a quick reading on our creative life, on our creative world, on making art, making music, whatever you are doing in this time of chaos and flux. It's so important to keep going and stay focused on what's important. And so this is me doing that to keep us in line, to keep us focused. So there's the astrology, as I've been talking about, I weave in astrology into this little tarot reading. And as I've been talking about, July's a big month, and it starts out kind of quiet because, well, no, it didn't start out quiet because we just had that Uranus Mars conjunction over the weekend. So it actually started out with like crazy shit show probably. But this week is a bit gentler, and we're preparing ourselves for a large event that's happening in the sky this month. And it's all the outer planets are aligned to create this bowl or basket in the sky. And it is it has to do with abundance and our dreams and visions and creating the world that we want to create and that we want to live in. Like, there's lots and lots of power in the sky right now, collective power, like power to change things as a people, as a collective. And I've been talking about this all for the past couple of months, that July was going to be a big month, but I wasn't talking about the shape of the planets in the sky and what the aspects are creating. And so it's a very, very creative time. And so it is up to us, even though Mercury's retrograde, even though we just had this Mars Uranus conjunction. I hope it was good for you. There's Leo. Jupiter just went into Leo, and who's about to connect with the Venus. Venus is about to connect with the South Node this week. So there's some kind of karmic shift happening as well for you, probably around the themes of love and money. So all in all, we are in a very, very important time, and it's really important for you to focus on your personal dreams and goals, but also the dream of the collective vision. And there's enough of what we don't want showing itself in the world right now, that it's making it very easy to just kind of say, okay, I don't want this, but I do want this. Like, I don't want inequality, but I do want everyone like working in harmony and living in harmony. I don't want all this environmental degradation, but I do want us to finally start to treat the earth like the beautiful being as it is, so we can survive, like that kind of thing. Like, so we can just take all the things that are really ugly right now and make new proposals of what we do want in our own personal lives and in the collective. So to help us focus on that this week, I'll draw 3 cards. The first one is going to be the Hermit. Okay, I like that. I like the Hermit. That's a yeah, that's a nice. And then the Ace of Pentacles, very, very nice. So, and then the death card, the death and rebirth card. So I'm using the Light Seers Tarot. And these are beautiful cards. I mean, look at that death card. Isn't that just like, think about that. Yeah. And so then we have the Hermit, this beautiful person sitting up on the hilltop, and then the Ace of Pentacles, another gorgeous card. And so what I'm kind of seeing is this kind of time to come down from the mountain. And I think we have seen that. We haven't seen the Hermit, I don't think, but we've got that message as well. Like, it's time to come into the world and present yourself, present your work, say yes to things. I think a lot of us have been in isolation, maybe even since COVID, and or maybe even before. I mean, artists do tend to work in isolation, and it can be really hard to put ourselves out there into the world and make a noise. But with Jupiter and Leo, I think it's our responsibility to make a noise now, and it's the opportunity is there. The planets will support us, being more public, being more just more outgoing, just getting more into marketing, or just putting our work out there, or just showing off a little, like just saying like, here I am, this is my work, and this is how you can support me, whatever, something like that. So it's time to come down from the mountain. As lovely as that mountain is, as lovely as it is to wear our pajama clothes and sit in cross-legged meditation pose for years on end, sometimes we have to put our big girl pants on and come down into the world and show off our stuff. So I would say this summer, if not this entire year, is a good time to do that. And in the fall, all the planets will be going retrograde, but then, and starting already, who's already retrograde? I can't remember. Someone's already retrograde. Pluto, and then Neptune and Saturn are going to be following quickly. But by the time Christmas comes around, everything's direct again, and I think it's going to be a whoosh. So we can start activating that whoosh this summer. The Ace of Pentacles is a gorgeous card. There's an opportunity, there's a gift, there's some kind of, if we come down off that mountain and put ourselves out there, we will receive the blessings and the plenty and the abundance that we need. So the death card, the death and rebirth card, is, I think right now what it is, and always, like, the death card is always about this. There's an old self that is in your way, and that old self is a protective self, and it's a protective part, and it's trying to keep you from getting hurt. It's trying to keep you safe. We all have them, and they show up. They sound like us, but they're not us. They're a part. They're like they're an influence that we can say no to. We can say, no, I want something else. Like, maybe the old you wouldn't have jumped at an opportunity that's showing up. This is the opportunity. The old you may have been cautious and said, no, can't do that. No, don't have time. Oh, that's too much effort. Oh, someone needs me. Oh, I can't do that. I'm someone needs me to stay small. And so the death card is challenging that and saying, okay, If you could be way, way, way bigger, like vision, look at the vision in there. If you could be way, way bigger, who would you be? If you could be way louder, way more, just exuberant and joyful and energized, what would that look like? What would your best self that understands your success and your dreams, how would they respond? And so letting the old, like, I don't know, like goofy, disinterested, aloof, protective part, whatever it is, letting that one go and choosing from a new self, a new version of you, your 2026 version, or even your 2028 version, and work backwards and find the you that would respond to opportunities in a way that would bring your life along, that would add excitement, add abundance, add joy, add whatever you need to your life. And so the final card, 54, is the Ashwagandha card. And this card, without without looking at the booklet, this card, Ashwagandha, is a wonderful adaptogen. And I usually take it in the fall because that's when I get squirrely. But maybe it's a good time to take it now. We are in a time of fire and air, and that could make fire get really intense. And so taking adaptogens that help you adapt to stress and adapt to a fast-paced life and adapt to, birds are flying, little morning doves, adapt to stress, adapt to a life that is moving in and changing in a whole bunch of ways. Taking adaptogens will help you adapt to a bigger life, a more exuberant life, a more exciting life. So if you are in need of adapting to the new you, then yeah, I would take ashwagandha. I love it for that. And what else is here? I see the sun and moon. So it's about balancing the nervous system, adapting the nervous system, and helping you take on more bigger projects and more exciting things. And I'm not saying, oh, everyone go out and take ashwagandha. Like, you have to look at your own, health and all that stuff. So I'm not prescribing anything. It's just a card. But what it's saying is that you could use some kind of technique. Herbs is a great one. But it could be breathing, it could be meditation, it could be everything that you've learned on how to regulate your nervous system up on the mountain. When you come back down off the mountain and into the world, don't forget to keep those practices, keep the meditation practice, keep the yoga nidra is something that I do almost daily to keep my nervous system more even keeled. And so I think that is really good advice to not lose all the techniques and all the ways that you practice to keep your nervous system regulated as you start to advance into a bigger you. So I hope that this was fun and useful. And thanks for watching. And if you made it to the end, don't forget to like or comment or share. And have a great week, everyone. And I'll see you on Friday.